Corvette right there. I think it's about a 62. That is sharp looking, man. Needs a new top, needs a little bit of work, but that's nice. What's going on, guys? Just wanted to talk a little bit about these Facebook naysayers real quick. I'm going to make this kind of a short video, a short one, unlike others. But on Facebook here lately, I've seen, drivers, not just lately, but fairly often, I'll see drivers coming onto some Facebook groups asking if they should become an owner-operator. And the vast majority of people tell them no, don't do it. It's a horrible idea. You should never become an owner-operator. You should never buy a truck. Money's not out here. You need to stick to being a company driver, yada, yada, yada. They don't ask him any questions. They don't vet the reason he's wanting to do it. They just assume and assume and assume, and they think that he'll fail. They think it's a waste of his time. But here's the thing, and I've broken these people down into 3 different categories. The first category are the people that tried and they failed. They tried being an owner-operator and they failed. And I'm not downing them for it, but there's a lot of ways you can come into this business, and if you're not set up in some ways, or you could just have a run of bad luck at the beginning, then you can easily fail. That's just the name of the game. That's just business in general. But they might get into the business, they might not have enough money set aside, they might buy the wrong truck, they might not know what they're looking for when they buy a truck, so they don't know how to look over the engine and things like that to see if it's even a reasonable purchase. They just see a truck, they may not even open the hood when they go buy a truck. They just see it and it's a pretty truck, and they buy it, and then they have all sorts of issues with it. These are that's the category 1 that I'm breaking the first group into. The second group are people that what was my second group? Okay, that was my first. I know what my third group is. Oh, yeah. The second group of people are the owner-operators that know it's a good market, and that know that there's a good chance to make money out here, but they don't want the competition. So they tell people not to do it because they don't want more trucks on the road taken from the spot market. So they try to tell them, hey, no, don't do it. You won't make any money, yada yada. Just to kind of help keep competition down. Okay, well, again, that's the second group. Not really a whole lot to explain there. Pretty self-explanatory. The third group are those that are just company drivers, and they've only ever heard from the former 2 groups. They're company drivers that have been scared away from becoming an owner-operator, just like there's a fly. Been scared away from becoming an owner-operator, just like these people are trying to do to the one that's asked the question on Facebook. They don't know what they're talking about. They just assume that the former 2 know what they're doing or are being honest, and it's not always the case. Very few people actually get on the Facebook groups and tell them why it's a good idea to do it. But here is the the realistic points about being an owner-operator. And you can make money out here, but it's not easy, and you've got to be willing to put in some dedication. You've really got to be willing to do that. You've got to be willing to put in the work, put in the hours. You have to learn. I mean, there's a learning curve, just like with anything else that's worth doing. There's a learning curve, and it may be a gradual curve. It may be a sharp curve. You might It might not really be hard at all for you to, get into it and become good at it and understand everything. But you're going to have to understand you'll have to understand your truck. You'll want to learn the lanes. By that, you want to learn where, what lanes pay the best, from point A to point B. And then on top of that, you want to learn where the most density of freight is. That way you can take a good paying load to another good area. And the Midwest is one of the best areas you can go to. So, you want to look at maybe taking a load up to Ohio or Indiana or, Illinois or, even Iowa. Iowa's not real dense with freight, but the freight they have coming out that goes back east pays phenomenal. You want to look at those lanes, and that's what you want to do. And there's obviously there's a lot of other things to talk about, but that's the basic of it. Like I said, I wanted to keep it short so my phone doesn't fall, but I wanted to keep it short and sweet and to the point. The point of this video is to talk about the naysayers on Facebook or any other social media for that matter. Again, I'm not saying to just jump in here and it's going to be you're going to become rich. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not even saying you'll be successful. But the way I look at it is, if every business owner asked people's input on Facebook before they started their business, doesn't matter what business it is, trucking, hospitality industry like hotels, restaurants, car dealers, whatever. If everybody got on Facebook to ask what other people's opinions were that they've never met and asked them if they should do it or not, nobody would have a job, because there would be nobody out there that would be opening businesses. Nobody would be employing anybody because nobody would want to take the risk. So again, it's all about understanding the risk, and if you want to do it, do it. Just don't do it blindly. And but I'll tell you what, Facebook or any other social media is the worst place to get advice from when it comes to a life choice such as that. But anyways, guys, I'm heading over to Indianapolis. Booked this load, picked it up on Friday. It's now Sunday. Picked it up in Pennsylvania. It's 6,000 pounds of pillows going to the Target there in Indianapolis. And I was home yesterday, and I'll be dropping this off and going back home tomorrow, or going back home tonight, and be home for the day tomorrow. And I'll either get a load tomorrow night or Tuesday morning. Got some stuff I have to do tomorrow morning, and then that's just the way it is. But anyways, guys, again, that was the short of it. I don't want to make it all drawn out. So if you guys liked it, hit the like button. Hope it helped you anyway. Again, just don't pay any mind to these Facebook naysayers or social media naysayers in general, because they don't know you. They don't know your situation. They don't know how hard of a worker you are, or how lazy of a worker you are, for that matter. They just don't know. So if you know that you can put in the dedication and learn what you have to learn, then go for it. That's really all there is to it. Go for it. See you later, guys.